Have you ever played Fish and wondered how did I make this? Well, I'm about to find out by creating my own version, and to successfully do it, I have to complete 3 challenges, each one getting more and more difficult. Can I pull it off? Let's dive in and find out. If we take a look at the gameplay, it's pretty simple. You cast a rod, click a couple of buttons, and win this mini game to receive a fish. The overall vibe is pretty relaxing while being filled with adventures. And honestly, I think Fish took a bit of inspiration from another game with some pretty similar mechanics. I started by creating a sand island and a wooden dock where you'll be able to fish. I got the island, the dock, and the water. I think that's all I need right now. I also tweaked the lighting settings to make it look more realistic. You can even see the shines coming from the sun. The first challenge is to make a fishing rod, and for that I used Blender, and I'm totally not copying this design. I tried to make it stylized, which I have never done before, so the result will be interesting. I have no clue on how to set up a rod, so I copied all the necessary parts from this model. Well, the rod is in my hand, but it's positioned incorrectly. At least the rope works, which I was worried about because I thought it would be complex physics. But instead, I can just use the rope constraint, which works perfectly fine. Now I probably have to figure out how to position this correctly because it should be facing upwards. That was really easy to do. All I had to do was add a handle. You know it's also easy? Creating models with 3D AI Studio. You can take any image and turn it into a 3D model. With Image Studio, you can generate any image that you would like. Adjust it however you want and turn it into a 3D model. If you don't like it, simply use the remeshing tool to adjust the format and face count. You can also use the text 3D to turn your imagination into models. And these features don't stop here. Also, you can improve your textures by using the Texture AI tool. And within seconds, I have a new texture that I can paint over my model. You can create custom 3D models in seconds for game development, 3D printing, and so much more. To try these features out for yourself, check 3D AI Studio, linked in the video's description. I made an animation that will play when you cast the rod. I'm not an expert, so don't judge me. I scripted the animation and decided to make another one, which will play while you're pulling the fish. Okay, so I got these animations sort of working, but I got rid of the pull-out animation because I couldn't get it to stay in place. I think the only fix is to make a custom running and walking animation, which I don't know how to do. So I'll have to work with these animations for now. I don't know why, but this rope is like a helicopter. Now I need to make this mini game where you need to click when the bar is fully filled. I'm not going to fully copy it, but instead make it better. I wrote a script that should make the rod function, but it backfired horribly. Yo, what have I even made? What even is this? It's like a carousel with so many rope constraints. I don't know how this happened, but I need to fix it. I spent quite a bit of time trying to fix it and scripted the rod to only work in water using a buoy sensor. It's pretty late, but I'm done with the basics. I decided to use a beam instead of a rope constraint because it allowed me to easily use physics. Also, if you go ahead and cast the rod into the sand, it won't do anything and you'll be able to take it back. But if the bobber is in the water, you'll proceed further to the next mini game. I'm done with the first challenge. The rod is fully functional. Now I need to move on to challenge 2, which is making this mini game and attaching a fish to your rod. I started by creating a button with a text label indicating to click. Then I wrote a module script that picks a random position, and then I cloned it and added some animations. I finally got the clicking mini game set up. Now if you cast the rod, these buttons start appearing. I tried to make them as good as possible, but I'm not a UI designer. If you click 7 of them, it should say that you have won. There it is. Now I have to script the next mini game. But before I do that, let me tell you about my website. You can get high quality assets, they're 50% off by the way, and pre-made game templates and kits. There are free systems to help you get started, or whole games that you can use right away. Click on the link in the description to learn more. I hopped on Blender and modeled 3 fishes. Well, I only recorded the first one. I'm done modeling these fishes, and the shark is taken from one of my other games. I'm not going to texture these in Blender because I want to make multiple variations like transparent, glowy, and ghastly. Fish has way more, but I'm not making all of them. In Studio, I made them a tool and welded each part together. Then I configured them by adding a minimum weight and a max weight variable. Using a weld, I attached the fish to the bobber and hopefully this'll work. I have managed to make the fish attached to your rod. Let me go ahead and catch something, and I got a tuna. For some reason it's spinning, but I don't know why. It's not really a problem, I call it a feature. Anyways, if you decide that you don't want the fish, you can just take away your rod and it should disappear. Or does it? I fixed that off camera, and with that, challenge 2 is completed. I'm at the last challenge, which is the hardest one yet. I need to script this mini game, but I'm planning to make it a lot better. I started by making a UI that will display your character and the fish. Then I made it appear using a nice animation and scripted 3 progress bars. The reason why I need 3 is because I'm making something similar to this system. Honestly, this is way harder than I expected. This minigame system is quite difficult. There are a bunch of errors, and for some reason the indicator is moving towards my side. The fish is broken, but at least the weight works. I spent a lot of time fixing all the bugs and adding the remaining features. After a lot of work, the system is fully completed. As you can see, the minigame works, except for the viewport, which still is broken. I'm not sure why. But let me go ahead and catch this fish. As you can see, I got a clownfish and I can hold it in my hand. There might be possible bugs where the fish is still in the water, but I'll fix these off camera. I added some sound effects and moved on to creating a palm tree. I also made a HUD that I placed down in Roblox Studio and expanded the map. I'm done, and this island is nothing crazy. It has a few trees, a couple of rocks, and even a hut where you can take shelter. There's also the fishing dock where you can fish, and that's about it. If I ever decide to release this game, this could be the thumbnail. I made a billboard UI that'll display the fish's weight, and I will make it appear when you pull out the fish. The viewport is still broken, but I got something better to show you. Let me go ahead and quickly catch this fish. And there we go. There is an error. There's nothing, but it didn't even give me the fish. The fix was really simple. I had 2 variables with the same name. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Now if you pull out a fish, it displays its weight. As you can see, this one is nearly 1 kilograms, which is pretty good for a tuna. I'm not sure if I will continue on making this game, but let me know down below in the comment section if I should do that. Anyways, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day, and peace.